Hey everybody, John here for Lost in the List, and today we're going to talk about sellouts. One in particular, Linkin Park. Okay, so let's talk about what's the difference between a sellout and maturity. Because everyone claims maturity on bands that quite obviously sold out. Okay, maturity is you start a band, it has a specific sound, you have a progression towards a more commercial audience over the course of several albums. You want to look at a couple of bands that kind of went that way. Say, my favorite case in point is the Hold Steady, even though you've still probably never heard of them. They had this really rough sound, and they are working their way towards being more commercial. And it's done in a way that seems more like the maturing of a band. They have a mature way of doing it, though. They have a unique way of doing it, if you'll excuse me. They have characters. The characters are followed throughout several albums as they grow up. That's maturity. Maturity is progression. It is evolution. Selling out is revolution in a not so welcome way. Selling out is when you change your sound for a more commercial audience to try and gain a bigger audience. But Linkin Park didn't need to sell out. So some bands changed their image in order to sell out, like Metallica cutting their hair, and some bands just plain changed their music to sell out, like All Time Low. They went from kind of pop punkish to just plain pop. Linkin Park, on the other hand, didn't even need to sell out in the first place. This is a band that sold 4-something million copies of their first album in the first year, worldwide, mind you. And their second album, Meteora, sold 800,000 copies in the first week. I mean, that's something that a lot of bands will never even aspire to, or will never become. They'll never sell 800,000 copies of any of their albums. And yet they still felt the need from corporate pressure, or fans, or producers, or maybe just of themselves to change their sound. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please listen to their past albums. Either Meteora or Hybrid Theory. Hybrid Theory is first, Meteora is second. Because Minutes to Midnight, if you're a fan of that album but none of the others, you're not a real Linkin Park fan. And really, that's kind of one of the interesting points about sellouts, is that you get a lot of fans who are superficial when you sell out. The idea is, Linkin Park is just one of those bands that didn't need to sell out, and now their music is just bland, tasteless, about as interesting as a wet carrot. 1,000 points to yourself if you understand the South Park reference, by the way. And it really makes me sad. However, in the end, music is still music. It's still a business. People are still trying to make money. People are still trying to get a following. And ultimately, there will be bands that sell out for no reason other than to get more girls into their music. Sickening? Yes. Reality? Also yes. Alright, Dustin. See you on Thursday.